He tried to put me towards a game, and then he changed his mind. I almost feel like he's trying to get me to watch one where he wins, which is against the rules of Legends of Korra. Let's go. That's right. You see it, don't you? An Apex Legends fan. Who in Age of Empires 4 could be an Apex Legends fan other than me? How about something that rhymes with me? Salami. That's right. We've got Salami versus Kuhu here in Altai. English, Chinese. Dude, Cool. Like, he directs me towards this replay after I just had like a kind of comment where I was like, why is it that I always get English versus Chinese on Altai? And here we are again. Core, of course, playing with Chinese. It seems like he's practicing this, trying to optimize it right now. Meanwhile, looking on the other side, Salami definitely having the tempo set, especially with this build. Look-y here. Y'all see what I see? Does that look like what you think it's going to be? Are we about to see a baby at arms? I think we are. Look at cheeky Salami here. Sets up a super early Rax. Starts to gather the food. Where's the gold at? Oh, this is going to be nasty for Core. This is pretty crafty actually out of Salami, because the thing about the Chinese is they tend to delay going on gold compared to other civs, especially if they don't feel threatened. And Core is unlikely to feel threatened because he's playing against a civ that usually doesn't necessarily aggress until they've got feudal. Although, I will admit, Core, you should have been somewhat prepped for this, because it's not just the baby arms strategy you have to worry about, soon to be the boy arms and feudal. It's the short bow rush as well. So there's multiple layers of this type of cheese that the English can achieve. And it looks like Core isn't prepping for it, because notice the details here. He sets up the mill, he sets up the mining camp. He hasn't actually got any wood to play with. So if he gets blocked out here, he's blocked off indefinitely. Now, had Core read this correctly straight away, the Chinese is probably the best civ to deal with this type of rush. Another English can do pretty well, but the Chinese, the thing they have is the gunpowder, right? The hand cannon, 25 damage, puts a pretty heavy hit in a unit that only has 100 health and 3 missile resistance. But because he didn't know this was coming, because he didn't get an outpost up ahead of time, now things get annoying for Core. And there's the bad news. Well, because it's a baby, of course, we can only give it a plastic sword to play with. And it seems that Core does not want to play with it at all. And instantly into the torch now with the scout and the man-at-arms. And an annoying opening to this game for Core. Now, not the end of the world, mind you. Remember that Core, he managed to grab 111 words. I'm clearly getting hungry. 111 gold. And he has taxation. So he can still make a reasonable fuel timing and buffer this away. But Salami already looking like he's getting some value out this delay that he's putting onto Core. The reason being is even if Core now gets the Barbican, it's still going to delay him getting into the second feudal timing, which means no quick unlock on Song Dynasty and no quick escalation into villager count. What did I just say a minute ago? There are two options available to an English player if he wants to cheese. Baby arms, because boy arms wasn't cutting it anymore, guys, I'm sorry. Or short bows. Salami's like, there is one option open to the English they want to cheese. Both! And here we go. Wrap around. Straight in. And that's going to force Core back. Frustrating as well. He clubbed a few sheep down already. Outpost is going to go up. And this is still frustrating for Core because the whole concept is now he can't get gold. Look what's happened here. He needs to tax right now. And even if he does tax, he still doesn't have enough gold. So he has to set up the lumber camp and begin accruing tax there before he can even think about that feudal timing. In the meantime, Salami is going to be a cheeky git because I expect him to maybe drop a mill here and just start taking the berries away. Could opt for the tree line instead. The tree line, the purpose of that is it will be able to get into the lumber supply and get more outposts up. But nope, it is going to be the mill. It is going to be the berry yoink. On the other side, the mining camp already got burnt down. Core is not having a fun game. Right now, he is 4 gold short of his tech up. He could return the tax now. He could drop a Barbican, and he could secure his gold. In fact, I'm expecting a Barbican on the front side here. By doing so, he secures stone, gold, and deer. This will allow him to unlock his game. The question mark is how much damage would Salami have done to him by then? We'll have to see. Because Salami, with his staked hold at the backside, I'm kind of expecting a play into Council Hall to come out here. Barbican placed a little bit defensive, actually. I was expecting Core to weave this on top of the deer, but I guess they were body blocking, and that was his concern. Good news is the location of his 3 villagers means that if Salami wants to harass this, he's going to be taking some shots from the hand cannons. And that's when the boy at arms will die fast. So let's try and work through Core's mindset on why he went for the Barbican here instead of south. I think what the Barbican is meant to do here, like Core was worried about losing wood, right? Wood issues is a big problem for Core. If you don't have wood, you can't do any transitions, you can't build outposts, defenses, you can't do anything. Like, this will make the world go round. Yeah, you could easily secure more food and more gold by dropping the Barbican south side, but you can still get food in the meantime with the sheep. You can still get gold via the taxation. If you get blocked out of this wood line, that option completely disappears. And that's why I don't think you want the risk, but look at the reaction coming out from Salami, the outpost. Oh, Core. Well, we'll at least reclaim the south side, but the Barbican, there's no way you commit. Short bows are out. Man at arms are in. It's a pushback coming out from Core. One of the scouts trying to hump while the other one attacks. The villagers being sniped down. A few are going to fall, and Salami needs to get out of range fast here. Tech up complete. Will he target the low villager? It looks like he will not. Doesn't matter, though. Garrison good enough. Still finishes one off. After that, though, Salami with a 1-point lead. He'll need more than that to feel comfortable. Remember that he did throw away the boy arms as well to get this up. And that's why you'll see him now wrap with the outpost onto the mining camp. This is my concern with the Barbican placement. Admittedly, placing it here wouldn't solve this issue either, but maybe even just a little bit closer would have blocked this out. Instead, the outpost will still go up, and Core will still be frustrated. Now, he can, of course, continue his way through life on taxation, but that taxation has been slowed down. Think about where Core is compared to a lot of the Chinese builds. He doesn't have an Imperial Academy. He doesn't have double taxation. And on top of that, because he doesn't have an Imperial Academy, if he wants to build additional Imperial officials, he has to do so out of his TC, sacrificing villager production. Very frustrating for him right now. And that's why you're going to see the pull. Core whips out all the villagers. Salami needs to finish the construct. Does it just in time, and Garrison's inside. And heavy damage already onto a few villagers here means it's going to cost Core dearly. Scout goes down as well. Good optimization there by Salami. Drop off of any gold he can get, but Core still now miles away from having the Song Dynasty. And after the losses for Salami, he balances it out again. Core barely ahead in the eco department. Council Hall now finally being built up at home by Salami. Couldn't risk building it on the front line after he lost a few villagers here. He's at least parked here, blocking this out, and you'll see the reaction now coming out. Core says, "I've had enough of your trivial game, sir. I'll be taking my gold and making my way towards a new age eventually," as he makes his way to the backside. This is unlikely to be engaged with by Salami. One of the weaknesses of the English early rushes is they all rely upon slow-moving units. The villagers moving at 1.12. Man-at-arms moving at that same speed. You don't actually have units that can intercept on the wide. And as a result, that's why you're going to see instead Salami tries to double down in the center. There's no other option for him, but the horseman spam coming out, the torch damage adds up quick, especially with only 750 HP now on these outposts. See, he's trying to clap back. Problem is, it's a boy at arms up against horsemen. You just don't do enough damage for him to really care. One villager trying to keep it alive, but nice micro there. Peels one off, forces the garrison again. Salami with a new man-at-arms coming out. He really is all in on this, and soon the Lombos will be joining in, so this could be somewhat effective. Needs to get some spears out, because my concern at this rate is he's going to get screwed over by how lackluster these man-at-arms can feel against horsemen. I mean, just look at the damage that comes out. On both sides, right? You're talking about 8 damage until he gets the upgrade, and it doesn't look like he's going for the upgrade anytime soon. Even though it's 50 resources, and it's because he needs spears now. New villager pool, this time with wheelbarrow, so Salami will move a lot quicker across the map. As he keeps trying to block out that gold, but this might be to his detriment. I think the issue now for Salami is that he's investing too much in this, and he's not actually blocking out the tech ups anymore. You can see what's happening on the backside. In fact, cool. He's already comfortably where he needs to be for the Imperial Academy. That's going to unlock the potential to go for the TSC, and this is where escalation begins. Salami will need something better than what he's been pushing if he wants to pedal himself towards a victory. Wall's going up. Core realizes he's going to be stuck in a corner. The most important thing now for Core is he needs to consolidate control around these wood lines because they're going to allow him to stay in the game long. If he loses wood lines, he loses game. That's why this Barbican has that long-term purpose we were talking about. It will protect him for at least half the wood. He needs to secure this southern side, though. The natural defense line that's occurred here with the spawn does help him somewhat, but there's still wrap points for Salami. If he wraps south here with another outpost, second line is just gone and done. Speaking of Salami, gathering up the gold. A decent amount as well. Is he considering a tech up? He did play Deer. So he does have that surge forward. He's investing, sidestepping into farms yet. But I think he will now start to do that. With the amount of wood he's got, he could set up a farm district at the backside, and I think that is what we're about to see over here. He's just going to push it away from his primary base so that it can't be spotted out by Core. And it does look like Salami's goal here is going to be a castle up, but dangerous game you're playing. Does get a secondary TC out of it if he reaches with the King's Pass. But in the meantime, Core already has his second TC with Song Dynasty. So this is where he can really start to build that lead over Salami. And it looks like Salami is going for the ball pull all the way around the back. Curious about the wood that's being stockpiled up here, though. No real purpose yet. But I love what Salami is doing. You're playing against a Civ that doesn't want to come out of their base. So leverage that into mid-map control. It's something that English players have been practicing a lot because this Civ has been feeling lackluster with the classical builds where you stay in your own base. It doesn't make sense. Mongols have been functioning the same way recently. The thing that people have really just been honing in on is if I have mid-map control, I should be taking resources in mid-map because their gathering rates are A, superior, and B, don't cost me resources to invest in. Sure, you're going to come out here and spend 50 wood on a mill, but that doesn't really compare to the cost of all these farms. You know, yes, you're not a different Civ. You're the English. You're only paying 37 wood per farm, but it still adds up quickly for a Civ that doesn't get any eco booster to that specific resource. Meanwhile, Spearman man-at-arms around the backside. We're trying to be annoying, but Outpost already went up, so Core feeling pretty confident. And he needed this as well, because if he had to go back to the main vein, he was already blocked out, more so now by the Outpost that's been upgraded to reduce the torch damage it takes. It doesn't matter anymore for Core. It's going to be frustrated that he has to go so early into farms, but he has the required gold for a Castle Age. However, Salami looks like he should beat him to the punchline. Walls are going up to protect the investment here. It's a good double investment as well. Notice that Salami didn't just get the ball. It's a free stack of Deer. He can park himself here for a long time. And that lack of requirement to go for farms early means he's going to get a very quick and sexy-looking castle time here. Well, that's looking a bit ugly there. A little bit too close from Salami. Feeling ambitious with his position here. Yeah, this is not going to... Salami, come on. Let's call a spade here. This is a bad investment. I'm not so sure this is the move from Salami. I get what he's trying to do, but it's way too late. We know how much gold Core's got. Salami doesn't. But does he really think this late into the game that he's going to be able to block the gold required for a castle up? It does seem a little bit naive. It's, well, naive, maybe not. Definitely ambitious. Let's at least say that. Loses villages for it, and the reason that this feels really bad and this just shouldn't be done is you're risking additional villages too late. Right? We're 13 minutes in. A Chinese player off of tax alone could probably be ready for his Castle Age. So he should have it. And you're now up against the Chinese that went 2 TCs. Look at the difference here. It's 34 villages to 57. That's exactly why now you're going to see Salami not just go for the King's Pass, but the town center as well. Core isn't playing aggressive, so he can get away with this trip TC build, but more importantly, he needs it to remain even remotely competitive with the Chinese. Chinese that are now teching up to match your timing on the Castle Age. I do like the layout of the TCs as well, actually. King's Pass to town center. It creates this vacuum area in the center that can be used for farms. He can extend his base control, and he's also covered himself on the southern flank of the walls. So all attention draws north side. He's got laid defenses here. Unless Core goes very hard into Horseman, Ramsey type of things, he shouldn't lose these TCs quickly. On top of that, he now controls 2 stone outcroppings. He could easily go for a keep drop, which he wants to, because when you're the English, you need a keep to get access to the increased attack speed buff. Remember, Network of Castles, baby level attack speeds. You want to juice that up. You want to double it up because 20% doesn't sound good enough for me. Cool. Now that it's castled up, let's see what play he goes for here. I think in this situation, the Palace Guard could be pretty effective. It might be that he wants to go Lancers, and yeah, there it is. He's going to Q1 up. Just a few Lancers to raid in, and it looks like Salami's already aware of the possibility of this. You'll notice that he's going to start to wall himself in. He doesn't want to allow these free raids. He's already done it on the south side, now do it on the north as well. And by carving up the territory this way, he's giving himself about a 60 to 65% share of the map. So he does come out better than Core. I'm curious to see, once Core identifies this, will he actually continue? Hello. I actually like this. So he wants his gold back. Treb's going to be good for this, but Treb's going to be good for the follow-up. It's going to allow you to breach those walls with a few Lancers and a Trebuchet. Right now, Salami doesn't have a clear answer to this. He's trying to play for the relics, but the issue with this is that he's matched. And because Core gathered so much gold, he could actually choose to supervise this and get more of these monks out, but looks like he's going to take his time with it. Does need to get some mid-map control, though. I am concerned that he's given over a lot of the map here to Salami. In fact, Salami could very easily end up with 4 of the 5 relics. You can see the walls now coming up from Core on the east side, but realistically, Salami got what he wanted out of this side of the map, so he's very comfortable with the state of affairs. Cool thing for Salami as well is this is so far out of the way, expect him to turn this into a farm area later on. Because the alternative is you're going to pull villagers back and idle them all the way back home. By the time a raid comes in this area, you're probably going to be eco-capped anyway. So it's just more efficient to turn this into farms after you've done the boar and deer. And this cheeky walling continues. Central Relic gets yoinked straight away. Like this choice by Salami. He's noticed that there's no min-map control yet out of Core, so he wants to use that to his advantage. And Core, well, he went on the flanks. And he's about to get the bad news. This was already walled up, so a waste of time for him. Meanwhile, Spearman chasing the villager. Cool. Will be forced to fight this, but with a second Spearman coming in, it's just not a good trade for him. In fact, Core, like, this is not why you build a Lancer, right? You're looking for the eco snipe. He's not even going to get that, though. Instead, it's going to be 1 spear for 1 Lancer, and that's a trade you take every day of the week if you're the Spearman spammer. Ooh, okay. That final strike was good, but still not good enough. Like, you paid 240 resources, your opponent paid 160. It does show that Salami's maths is off, though. 1 spear beat. Wait, what was it? I can't remember now. Was it, 1 knight beat 3 archers, but 1 archer beat 3 spears? Something like that. Yeah, 1 archer equal 3 spearmen equal 1 knight. There you go. By his own maths, he has still come out ahead. Let's see if Core understands that maths. Because it doesn't look like he's going for archers. Wouldn't expect it here in Castle Age. He is looking towards this Palace Guard, though. We talked about this as a possibility. The English do have a tankier armored infantry unit, but they have a slower one as well. Remember, these badasses move pretty damn fast for 2-legged infantry, actually. They move as quickly as the HRE do after they've got marching drills. And it's going to allow him to manipulate where the fight occurs, as long as these walls do not go up. But right now, it looks like it is going to be complete for him. Salami also now stockpiling into knights. Problematic for Core, considering he started going into Palace Guard. You see what I mean with those Palace Guard? 1.38 movement speed. These boys go meow. Yes, that is the official noise of the Palace Guard. Don't at me. Now Salami moving ever further forward. He's just creating a tomb for Core. This is actually brilliant out of him. Core doesn't want to interact with it, though, because look what Core is doing. He built a few Palace Guard, but he's saving for Imperial. Meanwhile, Salami is scaling himself here in Castle Age, but he's definitely getting good gains for it. The triple TC, as well as the fact he's going to be 4 relics compared to the 1, he's not going to be that bad off. I am a little bit concerned that if Core finesses this timing, if he optimizes it correctly for an Imperial rush, Salami won't be ready. But I'm not sure what you'd rush with in the beginning of Imperial. Not with what's being shown by your opponent. Like, Salami is building half crossbow, half knight. Siege Workshop on the front line. He's looking to breach through. Still hasn't gone in for the keep yet, so hasn't escalated his attack speed buff. That should be coming soon. Remember, folks, this helpful wall at the front that looks like it's keeping units out only works one way. This is Salami's, and Core doesn't actually have an answer to this right now, let alone what's standing behind it ready to raid in. Let's see if he can find his answer in an age up. Farms continue to extend. Farms which still haven't been interacted with by Salami, by the way. This is where this game gets a bit uncomfortable. It's extending pretty far. Core is reaching past the uncomfortable phase. Once these farms are fully established, with the granary gathering rates, he's going to exceed the income of the English by a mile. And you can already see this effect. Like, yes, there's a clear villager lead, 117 to 86, but then also look at the difference in income. Core is actually on his way to a very brutal 23, 24-minute timing where he breaks out. And right now, Salami doesn't actually have a clear answer. The crossbows are a good idea, but he needs that castle. He needs to box Core in and begin the slow crawl in. And there's those farms finally coming out that we've been waiting so long for. Meanwhile, Spirit Way hidden in the corner. Remember, but before, whoa, chill. Everyone, I know, I can sense it coming. Core is noob. What noob? Ha ha ha. Didn't leave room for buildings all around the Spirit Way, so he gets discounts. Chill, guys. That was last patch. It doesn't work that way anymore. What Core's done instead is he's hidden it over to the side, so if he gets landmark rushed, they're not all on the same screen. Instead, the Spirit Way these days, well, it's quite a spicy little thing. You can see here. Not only do you get the researches quicker and cheaper for Dynasty-based units, but also every time a Dynasty-based unit dies, all nearby ones will get an attack speed buff and will heal over 10 seconds. Pretty powerful tool. We've seen some good Chuge Nu formations use it well. Not expecting Chuge Nu in this game, but down the line, we could end up seeing Fire Lancers. For the time being, though, I'm happy to see he's not rushing it. I think Fire Lancers is quite burdenous. People were expecting Fire Lancers to make a resurgence, and I think they still can, but they are a very pocketed strategy, I'd say. If your plan is just to unlimited Fire Lancers, it doesn't work because you're paying 160 resources and you no longer get the discount. You need to use that unit more responsibly now. Palace Guard is definitely the better way to go. However, he will need some Nesta Bees alongside this, and you see they're parked near the TC. Defensive keep coming out from Core. He's going to have to retreat back. The Nesta Bees can catch the crossbows off guard. Salami's going to be in trouble here. Nesta Bees now reaching in range. Heavy damage about to fire upon him. Wait, what? Nani? Oh, no. Missed opportunity. He didn't take out the crossbows. Core will now change target. However, the Knights are in, and they know what they want to take out. Nesta Bees are going to be targeted here. Cancel the keep. A rush through the Palace Guard. Most Nesta Bees still alive, but a missed opportunity there. Core could have insta-wiped about 20 crossbows. Instead, the trade is actually going to be good for Salami due to the fact those crossbows are able to get their time countering out the Palace Guard. And now, with the forward outpost, the attack speed buff is going to come in for Salami. That was a whoopsie-daisy there. I think what happened is Core got in range, he thought he was in range, and he wanted to stop them moving forward. And then they retargeted onto the Knights. Missed opportunity there, though. Instead, Salami doesn't get ambushed, gets the staggered formation out. In the meantime, Trebuchets will take down the Barbican. 4 defenses are missing. Core now in Struggle Town Central. As the Trebs begin to shrink his front line. Core, although he has enough for a keep, with multiple Trebuchets already showing, he has no way of safely building it up on the front line. Instead, he continues to extend his eco to the backside. Palace Guard trying to push back against this, but Salami prepping a second wave behind this. More Knights and now Spearmen coming to the front line after the Horseman counter comes out. Salami looking for a strong point here. Multiple outposts. Look at the keeps that are available here. He's got enough stone for 2. Make no mistake, folks. We're about to see a villager pull from Salami. A double keep drop could shut Core in and shut him down. Push back in the meantime. Retreat behind the walls. Palace Guard now trying to burn through. Numbers are surging up for Core. Salami needs to play catch up, and he needs to do so fast. Trebs a little bit exposed. Palace Guard are going to clash well here against the Knights. It looks like static defenses are going to go down. Problematic right now. Salami, still no keep drop. Still no escalation in the numbers. Remember, Salami still hasn't fully completed the farm transition. It's finally coming underway, but this delay means his food is not there. He can't keep up the production rates, and it looks like Core is now going to break out. Surge forward. Horseman on the move. Limited Spearman here to react. Instantly goes past him, looking for the Trebuchet snipe down. This is a damn good trade. Think about the numbers here. 12 Horsemen for Core, paying about 1,400 resources. Meanwhile, if he gets all 3 of these Trebuchets, that's 2,250 resources burnt for Salami. Looks like he is going to get it. All 3 go down. Worthwhile exchange. Core now getting the breathing space he needed. He'll be able to move forward. Nesta Bee stockpiling up. Second wave ready to go. Salami needs a transition and needs it fast. A heavy hit losing this many Trebuchets. His only possible reaction is to go in the Springalds and mass up the Spearmen. Now you kind of see the awkward issue here. Salami really was balancing himself on a knife edge there. If he gets that breakthrough, if he gets a keep drop, this game looks very difficult for Core. But because he misses that timing, the fact that he was delayed in his farmland transition comes back to bite him in the ass. That's why now Core is looking pretty comfortable in this game with a clear lead economically, militarily, and technologically. That's a lot of leads, which is appropriate because right now Salami would need Bruce Lee to come in and full-on roundhouse kick Core in the face to distract him, because this is looking like a rout. Movement in by Core, overwhelming force displayed here. No way getting through the siege, no way for the Spearman to hold. Core is not even using the Nesta Bees. That's how confident he is about the fight. He plays with a handicap. And yet still Salami cannot fight back. Got to give him credit here, Core. A little bit of panic coming in around that keep, around the use of the Nesta Bees, around some ground given over, but a quick clutch recovery sets him forward. Now with a superior economy, he can push forward. Keep drop right outside of Salami's base. Salami now looking for the tech up in the back with the Wingard Palace. He just invested 3,600 resources when his opponent just pushed forward with a big army. This might become a quick GG. Salami needs to get the keep up. He's being spotted out doing so. Nesta Bees are going to be slow to move forward. However, keep being established. Core decides he can go more aggressive with it, though. He's going to try to plop it down next to Salami. He's realizing that there are racks in the way, and instead he's going to rush past towards the TC for the keep drop. A little bit ambitious, but maybe he can do it instead. He has to settle for someone a bit more defensive. Thank God for that. Core was looking for a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Instead, he will stay the course. Get it? Course, because I'm going to stop now. And Salami cannot stop Core. He's going to dive in deeper. Army remains wiped here. 7 military pop cap. Double keep goes up, but it's not going to last long here. Bombards are rolling forward with the Nesta Bees. New age begins for Salami, but it's going to be an age not prosperous for him. It's going to be an age of pain. Villager, look at the dive. What? Core is feeling confident. 18 villagers plus no boiling oil, plus no standing army equal a very happy keep drop for Core. And Salami, despite his efforts to end this game with static defenses, it will end off of static defenses the other way. Core continues deeper. Enough stone for another keep. Enough stone to shut down all the farmlands. And Salami must realize this is done. No military, no chance of defending against this. What a way for Core to bite back. And, oh, Salami, I guess that was the last game of the stream. He didn't even bother to GG out. Just min the game. Oh, all right. So there you go, Core. You done it. I thought I was going to get another Core loss. I thought you were being humble, but we done it, guys. Core got captured on stream winning. What a way to do it. That was really well played. Credit to him.